What is up? What is up, YouTube? I keep telling y'all, man, this information, the closer we get to this trial, the more this information is coming out. Diddy Combs hit with explosive new Fed charge and new devastating deals. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't care what anybody say. We can over here speculate, guess, or whatever. The fact is, we don't know what's on them tapes. Diddy was recording stuff for his own satisfaction, so we know it's something dirty on them tapes. What's on them tapes is going to tell everything. If he recorded anything of having S with a minor or little boy, Usher when he was little, Justin Bieber when he was little. See, I don't think Usher is on the tapes, to be honest. I don't think so, because I think he didn't have all the latest state-of-the-art video equipment back then. See, technology is now so easy to get to, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody and their mama got the top-of-the-line stuff. So, hey, we're going to check out Big Ticket, man, because I know he got some juicy information. Give him a thumbs up. So let me get these headphones on. I just threw on a t-shirt and ran down here, y'all. So, hey, without any further ado, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Man, let's check this bad boy out.
All right, man, y'all press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comment section. Got a mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Mic
Press
check,
1
1
if y'all
2
can hear
1
me in
2.
the comments. We'll get right into this. Hold on 1 second, you
I
guys.
think Ticket got a studio or something,
check.
or he played drums or something with his intro.
News for you guys.
Shout out to all the musicians out there making that music, baby. Shout out to all the YouTubers.
Oh man, hold on, y'all.
Hope everybody's doing well. I don't know why. It's funny. My haters and people.
Hold on 1 second, you guys.
That think they're against me, I end up helping them anyway.
Y'all come on in.
Come on in,
man. We right back in.
Shout out to everybody who's yawning.
Diddy is done. I told y'all this last night. A lot of y'all didn't want to listen to me. It's over with for this clown. I've been trying to tell y'all. A lot of you guys, y'all just some jockstrap sniffers, man. And you guys are a part of the go along, get along gang.
This how we do.
That's all there is to it.
Okay, that's what we do.
I'm saying?
Yes.
But
I'm in trouble for this big cup of coffee
right now. You know what I mean? And let me get into this, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me get into this. As Sean Diddy Combs has just been hit with another indictment. More charges have been added on to this bum. He's been hit with 2 more charges.
2 more.
Of sex trafficking. And now he's in major trouble because they have named, let me repeat myself again. They have named the actual DRUGSs that they have discovered. And this is unbelievable, man. I told y'all, man, I already knew this was coming, man. That's the reason why they had to get that. Remember I told y'all? And the other one, they said they was getting that doctor to overlook all of those, different reports. And I told y'all it was about what those victims had inside of them and what they was given. And I showed y'all yesterday, and I told y'all that they was going to play those Mark Curry tapes in court where Mark Curry alleged that Diddy was spiking these people drinks and hitting these people. I told y'all that shit. And here it comes today. Just like I told y'all yesterday, here it comes today. They have names. And you know me. Y'all know me. I got the paperwork, nigga.
All those drinks, all the drinks being spiked, it's all he say, she say. That don't mean it's not true. It's he say, she say. But that don't mean it's not the truth of what he's saying or what she's saying. All that stuff about the horse tranquilizer is all he say, she say. They don't have no facts and they don't have no receipts. That's what y'all call them. And they don't have no proof. But you got to remember one thing. Just because you don't have no receipts, that don't mean I'm lying. That don't mean I'm lying. All we got to do, so imagine all this stuff and all these people, all 120 people, other people got cases, the people that didn't come forward may be on the tapes. The people who have not came forward because they scared, they might be on the tapes. So that's a whole different slew of people, man. Whatever. All they got to do is find one. Out of all this stuff, all they got to do is find one and say, you did this. We already got one video. That's all we got. And that's all this stuff done blew all the hell up. You got one video that's facts that Diddy beating up on that little girl in the hallway.
I got the paperwork. You know.
Now
yeah, hey,
slowly
Bookman,
stuff coming
lotto,
up.
Right?
This is what I don't like about the United States. It's slowly. Stuff come out too slow. But the good part is he's in jail, so y'all can take y'all sweet time. It can come out real
all
slow.
lying, right? Well, guess what? They got evidence, and I'm finna show y'all on the screen the evidence that they popped out today. No wonder the black lawyer Anthony Rico quit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, let's get right to this.
That was
first
a twisted
of all,
story.
let me tell y'all what's going on. Then I'm going to get to the parts where they're showing you guys some of the actual, what they're saying are substances that they have found, right? And it's crazy, bro. It is. I mean, the internet's going to blow up with this today. So Diddy has been hit with an additional count of sex trafficking and a count of transportation to engage in prostitution today. Right? Now, the authorities claim that he held these freak-offs we already know about. They found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, right? His lawyer quit Anthony Rico on February 21st and said, under no circumstances can I continue, right? I can't effectively serve him as counsel, right? He said, although I have provided Sean Combs with a high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue and effectively serve counsel for Sean Diddy Combs. There are sufficient reasons related to the prosecutions afforded by the attorney-client privilege for brevity in my application for withdrawal for counsel in this case. So his lawyer withdrew, and I believe that Anthony Rico withdrew because he's not a damn fool. He's seen all this coming, and he know what it is. Excuse me, Diddy faces 5 new counts. My bad. He has 5 new counts in this indictment. I apologize, you guys, not 2. He's been hit with 5 new counts. So, and I'm going to give y'all the specifics right now on the situation that's going on. See. Right? His lawyer, now he's hit with 5 counts. So he's hit with 2 more. Now he's facing 5 counts total. Excuse me. So he's just been hit with 2 more counts with more prison time. This dude's never getting out ever. But let me get right to the meat and potatoes of this new indictment, right?
This is crazy.
So basically, we already know, and I'll just read this first line, and then I'm gonna get right to the parts where they're specificizing and they're naming specifically the drugs that Diddy allegedly, or that they're saying that they found. And I'm gonna get this to y'all right now. So basically, it says the grand jury's charging now. This is today. You guys can see today's date at the top of the screen. They filed it. It was filed yesterday, but it was released today. So you can see it was filed yesterday, unsealed today. But it says that for decades, Diddy abused, threatened, coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whom members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in. Everybody keeps saying this, and let me say this right now. This is what destroys all these bums and buffoons on YouTube. I heard DJ Vladimir over there talking about something. I've never heard of a one-person indictment. Bro, you ain't reading the indictment. The indictment says right here, he created a criminal enterprise whose members and associates, obviously, they haven't named these people to you guys. Diddy knows who they are. They kept it sealed. That's why. These people don't read paperwork. It's easy to read paperwork. They walk around and act like they don't know nothing. But it's easy to read the paperwork. his lawyers have already been provided with a list of names.
Yeah.
They know. Why you think they was trying to get that other girl blocked? That I told y'all about yesterday, Dr. Non Hughes. They do not want her on that stand. They don't want her on the stand. But let's get back to this. Cook these boys, easy work. And this is not an R. Kelly situation. They're saying that he had members. Read the paperwork with Diddy. This is not a one-man army with Diddy. They're saying Diddy had members and associates. So they're not saying, oh, it was just Diddy. No, they're saying members and associates. The problem is that those names, in my opinion, were all sealed because they felt fear of safety issues in this case. That's going to come out in the courts. That's why they already said in the last hearing that many of the people are flying from out of town out of fear. What the hell is wrong with these people on YouTube? They don't have no common sense, don't think, don't process information, don't read, don't apply themselves. But I'm going to give you one today. So it says, and engaged to, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. People say, oh, what do they do? You see right there, they say kidnapping, arson, forced labor, bribery, obstruction of justice. Y'all have to be able to read. It says that Sean Combs, the defendant, operated his business headquartered at various times in Manhattan and Los Angeles under a variety of United States-based corporate-based entities. And then it goes on to name Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, Combs Global, blah, 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 blah. Y'all already know this. Let's get right to the funk. And y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in here. Let's get right to the funk. What
Hit
page
them thumbs up.
It's on page.
Leave us a comment, man, because we about to.
I'm going to get right to this.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Page 11. Yeah, let's get right to this. Let's go right to page 11, y'all. Let me go to page 11.
Page 11.
Let me see. We go to page 11. Let me see. Page 11. Oh, and by the way, this indictment also revealed that 3 of the victims are women. So we know that much because this indictment revealed that today. 3 of the victims are women. Let me see. Also, it says right here.
I see your comments. I see your comments.
Give you guys. Okay, I'm gonna start with page 10, but I'm gonna show y'all page 11.
Page 10, y'all.
So page 10 says the racketeering conspiracy, right? This is the RICO Act, right? The RICO, what they're charging him under the RICO of. It says from at least in or about 2004 through in or about 2024 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Sean Combs and others known and unknown, so they're still investigating, being persons employed by, right, and associated with. So everybody keeps saying, "Oh, where's all these other people?" Man, they're gonna bust them out come trial time. Don't worry about it. They gonna whip their head come trial time. Yeah.
Dude, look, man, the man ain't getting out of jail. Period. I don't care what. There's so many people telling us, well, he got money and he gonna do this, and they don't have these charges. That dude ain't getting out of jail, dog. Trust me when I tell you that. Diddy is not getting out of jail, so y'all can draw out this long 3-year sentencing. He gonna be behind bars for 3 years while the whole trial going on. And they gonna find him guilty on something, and then they gonna find something else. It's too much stuff on them damn tapes, man. 90 terabytes. It's too much stuff. Now his son may do a little bit of time. Now y'all know the son got an indictment on him. He got paperwork on him, whatever y'all want to call it. See, I only talk what I know. And I know if they testing people's bodies, they talking about they never said, why they ain't saying something in the baby oil? Because that's they smoking gun, baby. You got 1,000 bottles of baby oil. When you buy this horse tranquilizer stuff, you don't know, you can't just buy this little bit. It probably, for a human being, you probably need about this much to a whole big bottle of baby oil. We don't know. And you can't buy it in little small, you got to buy it in big tanks because you're supposed to be selling it to horse farms and horse breeders. Y'all ain't looking at Oh my God, the reality of how this world works. You don't buy horse tranquilizers, drugs in small, like a dime bag or a nickel bag. What's wrong with y'all, man? This stuff is sold in bulk, like baby oil at the Costco. That the lawyer said these guys buy stuff in bulk. Oh, he sound. When people sound stupid, they just sound dumb.
And all y'all gonna be sitting on YouTube looking like damn fools. It says the defendant and others known and unknown persons being persons employed by and associated with the Combs enterprise describes in paragraphs 6 through 12 of this indictment, right?
Right.
So let me see, paragraph 6 and 12.
If Diddy don't do no time at all, or time served, something wrong with our system.
Okay, yeah,
something
yeah.
is clearly wrong with the system, and then I'm gonna go to the courthouse and start straightening up some stuff.
Okay, I see. Okay. Oh, well, let me read this right here.
Shoot, I should have went somewhere.
Right here. Man, dog. So it says that Diddy used the Comb business, including certain employees, to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his acts of violence, abuse, and commercial sex. Those employees included security staff, household staff, personal assistant, high-ranking supervisors, and other close associates acting as Combs intermediaries, and their conduct was facilitated and assisted by Combs' control of the Combs business, right? And so they're letting y'all know, without even saying specific names right now, who his co-conspirators are. They're telling y'all this right now. In court, you're gonna find out who they are. They're gonna name the names. They just didn't name the names specifically. Same thing, same way they didn't name the names of the victims. In this case, they left the victims unnamed for protection. They want them to be safe going into the trial. So, like I told you guys, this lets you know that Diddy got a lot of snitches, man, because they don't want Diddy to know. They don't want the general public to know the names because they feel like if them names get out, it could jeopardize this investigation. That's the reason why they didn't put those names out. But let's keep going, you guys. So it goes on to say, and this is where I'm going right to page 10. Let me get right to page 10 of what I was telling you guys. Also, it said that they had three of the victims are women. So out of the victims, 3 of them are women. They revealed that today too. Even though they haven't revealed their names to us, Diddy knows who their names are. And I told you guys who I think 2 of the victims are. I know 2 of the victims are. One of them's Cassie, and the other one is the girl who they said that filed a lawsuit that said Diddy hung her over a 16-foot balcony. I think that's Cassie's friend. That's another victim, I believe, that's in this trial. But let's keep going. Y'all smash the like button, because this thing names specific drugs that they said that Diddy had. So, and I told you guys this. Y'all didn't want to listen to me, but y'all gonna listen today. It says, it says from in at least 2004 to 2024 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Diddy and others known and unknown being persons employed by and associated with the Combs enterprise described in paragraphs 6 through 12 of this indictment, and enterprise engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly combined, conspired, confederated, and agreed to, and with each other, to violate the racketeering laws of the United States, to wit, Title 18, United States Code, Section 1962, that is to conduct and participate directly and indirectly in conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity that is determined as that term is defined in Title 18, United States Code, Sections 1961, 1961, 5, consisting of A, multiple acts involving kidnapping, B, multiple acts involving arson, C, multiple acts involving bribery, D, multiple acts indictable under relating to tampering with witnesses, victim, or informant, E, multiple acts indictable under relating to forced labor, F, multiple acts indictable under relating to sex trafficking, G, multiple acts indictable under related to transportation and inducement for travel purposes of prostitution and other illegal sexual activities. and see, this is the one thing I want to say to y'all. Remember that lawsuit came up and they talked about all those people that was on that in that lawsuit. All those people denied that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wouldn't have said a goddamn word if I was those people. Forgive me, Lord, for that language, because you never know what the feds got on tape.
And plus, see, y'all need to understand how the court game works. Just like if you get a ticket and you got to go to court for reckless driving, speeding, broken windshield. This is all the stuff that happened to me. Not driving with your seatbelt on, endangerment of other passengers, all this. I'm like, damn, you trying to kill me. That way, when they go to court, the judge already gonna be like, well, I'm gonna be nice to you. Cause that's good cop, bad cop. I'm gonna be nice to you. You was driving without a seatbelt, right? Yeah, but I forgot, the dog ate my homework. Okay, well, I'm gonna throw that out for you. Cause most times you do drive with your seatbelt on, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna throw that out for you. See, now I feel like he's helping me. Now we had 4, now 3. Endangering other people where they wasn't in danger because they had their seatbelt on. So I'm gonna throw that out. But this reckless driving, you was driving too fast. Come on, cousin, I can't help you with everything. You want me to just throw everything out? Well, you right, Yana. Then you start agreeing to incriminate yourself. Because half of these things ain't gonna stick. How can you prove that you made somebody work against their will? What? I made somebody work against their will and I paid them. How can you, where's the proof at that I made somebody take a bribe? This is the stuff Diddy was doing. He was making police officers take bribes, y'all. You don't have no choice but to take this bribe. You're going to do what I tell you to do and you're going to take this money. That's what he was doing. That's what she wrote. She wrote that, man.
In that lawsuit, all those people denied that. Man, I wouldn't have said a goddamn word if I was those people. Forgive me, Lord, for that language, because you never know what the feds got on tape. You never know what the feds got on tape. Because they saying the feds got all that tape. Who knows what Diddy has on tape and who he has on tape at certain events. If I was those people, I wouldn't have said a damn word, because this trial hasn't started. And these people who are on these tapes, a lot of these people, maybe even if they hadn't committed crimes, but they were there and witnessed, they will be identified in this trial. I wouldn't have said a damn word. But let's get to it, y'all, because it gets funky right here.
Okay.
It says multiple acts indictable under. This is relating to sex trafficking. Multiple acts indictable under relating to transportation and inducement to travel purposes of prostitution and other illegal sex activities. Multiple offenses. Now, y'all read this on y'all screen. I'm down there on H, right here on your screen.
I don't see that.
Now they give the specific.
He's changing the words.
They give the specific drugs, y'all. Multiple offenses involving possession with intent to distribute or distribution of narcotics and controlled substances, including the C word, COCAINE, the other word. These are all the drugs they said that they have and that he had. Look, check this out now. Or that he was getting these people with. Look, OXY, CODONE, ALPR, AZOLAM, 3, 4 dash, METHY, LEN, EDIOX, YMETH, AMPHETAMINE. Also, the drug number 4, BROMO, 2, 5, DIMEPHOXYPHENETHYLAMINE. Gamma, HYDROXYBUTYRIC, acid. Ketamine.
Damn. I was gonna look some of this.
PSILOCYN and METHAM Phetamine. So what? In violation of Title 21 United States Section Code. Listen, first of all, aiding, abetting, and willfully causing. He's done. He's done. They showed y'all so it lets y'all know right there that from this investigation, those are the drugs they found. It's over with, bro. It is over with. I'm telling y'all right now. Remember they said the K word? That's up there, the ketamine word. Now remember all these people who were saying they was getting sprayed with this oil and stuff. And remember they mentioned 1,000 bottles of baby oil in this indictment.
Dude, I'm sorry. I said I was gonna look up one. I can't look all those up. Who cares what they are? The ones with the long word, they look like a human being shouldn't be having it in their possession, especially a recording artist. So if if I am a superstar, if I am a celebrity, I shouldn't have anything with all those letters put together. That got to be the longest word in the history of the dictionary, man. Golly. Damathasi, farthing, hooper duper super duper drug. I ain't even referred to as a class of chemicals, compounds specifically. Man, come on, man. Dude, you don't need that stuff. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
Once again,
this ain't even funny, man. If the doctor prescribed me some dopahata, glock, or whatever the hell how you pronounce that bullshit, and then the other ones, nah, doc, I don't need that. I don't even know what it is, and y'all gonna take it. He's squirting it. The man said he touched the doorknob and he tried to wipe the jail stuff off, and then he started fainting. This some dope, super duper dope stuff, man. Y'all, this over my head over here.
The ketamine word. Now remember all these people who were saying they was getting sprayed with this oil and stuff, and remember they mentioned 1,000 bottles of baby oil in this indictment once again. And everybody's like, why did they mention 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Well, you finna find out, nigga. You finna find out in this trial.
Mm-hmm.
You finna find out.
You gotta cut it.
Now you do the math. Half of these brothers lying in their rhymes out here on YouTube. Right? I done told y'all what it is. And now they don't came out and put out the actual names. So you know what that means? That means they got this stuff tested. They got this stuff ready. And now they're going to get the doctors to come in and talk about what these different drugs do to these people's bodies, and what these who uses what, and how they do what to control people. And then they're going to have this lady come in, and she's going to talk about how the mindset of these predators and stuff like that, and how they use and get people to coerce victims and stuff like that. Bro, it's over with, bro. I keep trying to tell y'all this. Y'all ain't want to listen to me. You see it right there. That's why that guy got up and left.
Okay, that long D word, DIME, I'm just looking it up, man. And it said it is a hallucinogen substance. Substance. Man, y'all just break it down like a 5-year-old. If you break it down like a 5-year-old, then Uncle Mike can really, really understand it. But I gotta use I gotta put on my grown-up panties in order to figure out some of this mess. But it is a hallucinogen that make you go crazy. Y'all know that. Come on, he done.
That's why y'all got up and left. That's why his lawyer, Anthony Rico, got his ass up and walked out. Y'all see it right here. I told y'all they need to put this thing on TV so the whole world can see transparency. I don't want nobody saying, hey, man, you guys set up. No, I want them to lay it out there on the line in front of everybody. I told you,
Exactly.
But y'all didn't want to listen to me. Oh, no, he's innocent. He didn't do any of this, man. Shut up, fool.
I'm trying to figure out why they
the stuff right here on the
so
screen.
Much stuff in the first place.
Stuff. You think they put that in an indictment and they ain't had to test? They tested this stuff. Talking about they're going to get them to say that people was willingly doing. Man, get out of here, bro. Once they play that tape for Mark Curry, and trust me, they'll have other witnesses that are going to attest that these people were spiked. with different things. So with. Because now once you spike somebody, they don't have a right. They're not in their right mind to make a decision. I told you guys this. Y'all didn't want to listen to me and think the next day they come out with another indictment on this bum and they naming the drugs. I told y'all this. Right? I told y'all this. Think about what I said. So now, again, they're probably going to have the doctors come up. All these people, bro, they probably have, you know how many people they're probably going to have snitched on this dude, bro, when they get to the trial? That's why they ain't naming no names. Everybody keeps talking about, hey, man, why they ain't naming no co-conspirators? Because they want to keep these people safe until the trial. So when they crack them out in the trial and crack that testimony, it ain't no way to get around this. Straight up.
Right.
I told y'all this.
Dude, the feds ain't gonna come and do all that.
I'm telling y'all this what it is.
To a big time celebrity, Puffy? Man, these celebrities, they love to sue. They don't have to, all they gotta do is call their lawyer. Yo, we suing this person. Here go the money. We got money. That's why they don't mind suing. And I'm going home and getting my bed. Because the lawyers got to draw up the paperwork and go file and all. They ain't got to do nothing. I'm suing the government because I need the publicity anyway. Look at Kanye West. Are y'all getting this? I'm sitting here studying all these moves, man. Yeah, order me a new throat. Every time I look, I'm got phlegm in my throat. Hey, dude, I only look one of the drugs up. One is that look like 1 and 2 Brumo. What the hell is 4 Brumo? Come on, dog. Then you got gamma, hydric acid. Then you got ketamine, kakamanga. Then you got silicone with a P in the front of it. The hell, man? How did Diddy? You supposed to be making beats and mixing and mastering and getting artists signed and contracts. What do you know about the chemistry? Something ain't right, man. Y'all know it. We all know it. And you gonna sit here and tell me they just trying to take another black man down. I would love to. You need to have a little sticker to slap stupid on people's face. Why are you talking about? You don't even know. You don't even know what Diddy did. I know more about what Diddy did than what you do, cuz. I'm over here studying this stuff. My bad, y'all. My bad. Here we go.
Straight up. I told y'all this.
I'm done, son. I don't know how many times to say it.
You ain't got to believe me. You better believe what it is, though. I told everybody. Look at all them drugs right there on your screen. This nigga ain't never going to see the light of day ever again. Look at all them drugs. Now, you look at the definition of what those drugs do.
Yeah. I only looked up one. I ain't got it.
Y'all so smart and know everything. Google the names of those drugs on YouTube and the effects and what they do.
But they got to prove that that's what it is. All they
do in the court case is show medical records from a lot of these victims that they had this stuff in them. They're going to talk about what people use to control certain victims with types of medicines. They're going to link this up and they're going to jam his ass on that.
And all the people that flipped. How many people have got into that daggone lime life? They couldn't survive, like Kushner, maybe, allegedly, like the little girl English that didn't make it. Some of the people that was in the pizza boxes, y'all know what that is, right? The cages, that's been saying that I forgot the little girl name, said that she had to drink snake venom. The hell, if I had to drink snake venom to come back normal, I wouldn't even tell nobody that story. There's some stories that sound so stupid, even though it's the truth, I wouldn't even tell nobody. And I got a lot of them that's 100% true I wouldn't tell nobody.
All that fake ass, oh, they wanted to do it, they're going to say, nah.
But them people that flip.
Because check this out, y'all. I'm telling y'all what they're going to do. They're going to say, once you get somebody hooked on something, of course they can't make a decision. Think about what Mark Curry said. Mark Curry said they used to spike the drinks, and after they would spike the drinks, the girls would open their mouths like little birds, and they'd just be popping peas in their mouth. Think about that. Mark Curry said that. So how could the girls knowingly want that if they didn't know their drinks were getting spiked? So you're already putting them at a disadvantage. Duh. This would make this case too easy, but these people don't understand that.
And that's what everybody.
And all that other stuff. And Big Gene was telling y'all that on the Art of Dialogue interview about the ketamine and stuff like that. They got that in the indictment now. That was one of the drugs that they was found. Now, when they crack out where they found these drugs at, and I wonder if everybody gonna still be running their mouth about those 1,000 bottles of baby oil when this trial come up.
Now, let me add this to that also. These drugs, right, a lot of them are addictive. When you on, what's an addictive street drug everybody know about? Crack kill Applejack. The more crack when you come down, heroin. The more heroin you on, the more you need. You can't just stop. You're addicted to it. Like nicotine, cigarettes, you're addicted to it. You want to stop, but you can't. That girl, Miss English, I keep calling her, she said it, and two other people have said it, that you kind of start depending on the drug. So you can't wait till the next freak off come. So you can go back to the freak off because I need that drug in me. So some of these people had to keep going back to get this unusual drug that only Puffy has. That could be a possibility. See, y'all don't think like that. Uncle Mike think crazy. I think differently. I think of all the ways to not get myself in trouble because I'm allergic to jail. So I ain't trying to go to no, if I'd have known that, I'd be like, God dang, I don't know. Yeah, you done did this. Yeah, you right. So let's take that tape to the police. Your Honor, lock me up. I did wrong. It's on tape. It's on tape. I did wrong. I'm sorry for what I did. Because Puffy got it on tape. Look what I done did to these people. Yeah, that's me. I'm different than y'all. If I did something wrong, Your Honor, I don't know what came over me. I must have been drunk as I don't know what. Now y'all need to do blood tests. Because it's something in my system. I don't even remember doing that.
And shut their damn mouth. Huh? But they all lying, right? They all lying. And guess what, y'all? Word on the grapevine is Diddy got more indictments and charges coming. And I try to tell y'all.
Word on the grapevine.
Says we only give that in ICU. I see you up there, Kia. But they don't want to listen.
Damn.
I try to tell y'all this. So he said his lawyer. So once you get hooked on something, people gonna obviously be saying, I need this, I need.
Let's look that up real quick. Because I used to work at a hospital. I was in the X-ray division, but I used to go up to ICU. It was another name also. One of them is ICU, and the other one is something kind of medium. The highest state that you in is, I think it's ICU. Chemotherapy. Okay, let's say drug. It's so many. The chain. Here we go, man. Got to get.
Because what it's going to be is this. I'm telling y'all this, bro. Anybody who got any common sense know what they're talking about. They're going to show that these people, and they're going to have witnesses that say that these people's drinks and these people's things were spiked. I'm telling y'all this, bro. It's going to be a come to Jesus moment on that stand for people.
The average person probably know what ketamine is, right? And I just looked it up, and it says, should I show it? Maybe I should be showing it, man, so nobody think I'm freaking making stuff up. I got another screen, so I'm gonna put this on your screen. This had a ticket in there. The rest of the people do it. Let me put it on the screen so y'all can see it, right? Ketamine. Ketamine is this dissociative anesthesia that has some hallucinatic effects. Ketamine. Ketamine make you hallucinate things like mushrooms or something. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So all you gotta do is Google it. The stuff is right here, man. All y'all gotta do is Google it.
They're gonna be up there crying. I told y'all they're gonna have Kleenex. They're gonna have to have bath towels up that jump for as many tears gonna be up there. I'm telling y'all.
That's the next.
They're gonna talk about how these people was doing that stuff. I'm telling y'all what it is, man.
Shoot.
I'm telling y'all. And all these people that was there, that's why I said all them people that was in that lawsuit the other day, all them celebrities, I wouldn't have said a word because you don't know the feds don't want to check flight records around that time, early April. You don't know what they got. You don't know the video footage they may have. If these things were going on, these parties were going on in Diddy's house, Diddy had video footage, he never threw it away. They may have the feds may have the footage.
All you got to do is talk to somebody who flipped and start asking them questions. Well, how you think Diddy got these drugs? This like the drug dude, like the basketball player guy that was the mule, right? Well, how do you think he got these? Well, you name somebody else. They searching, and then all you need to do is because when you in the police, any police officer presence, you don't want to go to jail. Who wants to go to jail? So you start. Tyson did it. Jaguar Wright did it. Big homie CC, he did it too. You start telling anything because you don't want your hand pots in the seat no more. And you get all this stuff.
You don't know. That's why you always know your role and shut your mouth.
They try to do that.
This thing finna get disgusted. It's people gonna lose their families. People gonna be divorced. It's gonna be all out here in front of the general public. I'm telling y'all this. Y'all don't have to understand, believe what I'm saying. You better believe it. They don't put them drugs on the screen. That right there, let y'all know, ball game. The fact that they don't came out now and told y'all the names of these drugs that they have found, ball game. Where you can't get these drugs on the street.
Dude, they haven't even
legally.
Nigga, they ain't even
ball game.
They haven't even showed their hand yet.
They finna bring them people up in there, those doctors and all that other stuff, with these people's medical reports.
I tried to tell y'all. They haven't even showed their hand yet, nigga. Cousin.
It's a wrap.
They just, what they just did, the feds? We're going to just show y'all what type of game we playing. See, y'all playing checkers. That's us. The lawyers playing chess. That's them. They playing, this a game, I remember. It's a 3-tier type of chess game. Chess to the third degree. That's what the feds playing. We just letting y'all know what kind of game we playing. Go ahead and run around with that. Because we ain't showed y'all our witnesses. We ain't talked about anybody who flipped, who is saying, yeah, Diddy did this, and I was on them drugs. I had to go to rehab to get off them drugs, and now I done gave my life to Christ, and now I'm ready to tell. We ain't even go over those people yet. Shoot, you talking about a slam dunk.
I try to tell y'all this.
This is what they playing first? You saw what Busby's played first? A special needs girl who flipped back and forth. That's what you're going to stick out there for your first card? In any game, you start off, let me see how they're going to react to this. Let me see how they're going to react to this. Like boxing, you throw a couple of jabs. You don't just go out there and, you start off slow in the court. Throw this out there, let them know what kind of game we playing. What? I quit. I need to put paperwork in. I'm leaving this place because you didn't tell me about all it. What? This is what they got. I got to step down because I ain't even gonna be a part of this.
To the person who said Diddy has a chance, everyone consented. You're a liar, and let me tell you why. People consented to go into the party.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. You a liar and you going straight to you know where for lying. I'm gonna tell you why. You easy to beat. When you go to those parties, they'll give you a form Yeah, they'll say, hey, man, you got to sign that form right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Think about this now.
Yeah.
Because this is what other witnesses said themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go into the party, guess what? I've signed myself to go into this party. I've signed an NDA to where, okay, yeah, I'm going to this party, you know. But here's where it goes off the rails. Illegal activity.
Thank you. People.
So if you sign to go to a private party and your drink gets spiked, ball game.
That's illegal. Right. And that's what people don't understand. People think that they signed their life away. If you go to a party, I should have me a party. I swear I'm going to have me a party, and at the front door, I'm going to have people intentionally got to sign an NDA. I bet you they ass won't even come in. Because everybody think they smart. If you have to sign something to go to a party, no thank you. Especially after this Diddy stuff that went out. You don't understand that if you sign an NDA, that's just making your dumb brain think that I can't say nothing. That's dumb. I don't care what I sign, I'm telling on you. Yeah, Your Honor, and he told me to sign this paper to say I can't tell, but I'm telling anyway. What in the world so signing a paper make your mouth break? Is that's how y'all playing that game? That's the dumbest game in the world. Y'all ain't even playing checkers. Y'all over there playing Candy Shack or something, man. Oh my God, Young. I can't stop, man.
So to you saying everyone has consented and that's why it's tape proof, this is the part you don't understand. If you on tape being handed a drink, you drink a drink, and the next thing you know, you ain't in your right mind, and you doing all kind of crazy shit that you ain't even think that you would be doing. It's over with, baby. The jig is up. Mark Curry blew the hit lid off this thing, and so did other people when they said that drinks were spiked. See? So let me say this again. I could get you to sign a form, say, yeah, I'm cool. I want to come in here. I want to party. I want to do this. You go in there. You giving a drink. Your drink is spiked. Guess what? All that other shit is off the limits. You didn't agree to have your drink spiked.
You can't sign to not say anything
so
that is against the
know
law.
Know your role and shut your mouth. He has no chance. It's over with. It's over with.
You cannot.
That's another reason why he don't want her testifying. And what happened to him? You talking about he got a chance? It's like Vince McMahon said, he got no chance in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Where he at? Where he at? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? And then, back in that other lawsuit, he's being sued with Diddy because they're saying he aided and abetted Diddy in that lawsuit that was just dropped out the other day. It had LeBron James and all those other guys named in it. Gloria Estefan and all those other people. Oh, right. Yeah. It's going to get real funky around these streets. So, once again, ma'am, you lose. That BS don't come in. You said they consented with their signature. Sorry, ma'am. You cannot consent to get your drink spiked, fool. You a damn fool.
You cannot consent to breaking the law. That's what the problem is. People don't realize that. I signed an NDA, so that means I can break the law and y'all can't ask me questions. Y'all got to look at it for the facts of what it is, man.
Let me repeat myself again. Let me say, oh, I know you didn't know that part. That's your problem. I know you didn't know that part because y'all be out here listening to stupidity that's pushed on YouTube, but Tick is here to tell you the truth. I'm the Black Brian Gumbo of this shit. I'm here to tell you the truth.
Man.
And let me lay it to you, lady. Here's the truth.
The truth is,
you can sign and say, "Hey, I want to go in this party. I want to go in this party." Boom. You can sign your consent. Say, "Hey, I want to go. I'm trying to go to the party. I'm trying to see Diddy and everybody." Guess what? Did those people sign consents for their drinks allegedly to be spiked?
Nope.
That's what Mark Curry said they was doing.
Right.
And once a drink is spiked.
Here's the thing, though. The people who came up with this NDA idea they thought they was covering themselves because they knew they was going to do something wrong. And that's why you got this thing called a lawyer, because the people that came up with this thought that the same thing she thinks. Oh, if they sign this to come in the party, they're going to come in and party. And all the legal stuff we doing, they can't talk about because you signed this NDA. And the feds come and say, oh, you think? Well, you know, and the feds pick them up and they say, well, I signed the NDA, so I can't talk. No, dummy. What lawyer, what bar have you passed to think you right? Well, Section 82849 says this: if a crime is committed, you better tell me, or you gonna be what they call it, instructing our investigation. You instructing the police from doing their job, or however that stuff go. I don't know the wording, but I know right from wrong. I got a criminal justice degree, my guy, and I got straight A's in the class because I followed directions. The law is written in the books. All you got to do is take yourself out of the equation. They signed NDA, so they can't say nothing. Says who? Go to the book and read the directions of how the land, the laws of the land work. It's in a book. The law books. The law of the land states. If somebody do something they ain't had no business doing and had a crime, I don't care what you sign. You need to talk. My bad, y'all.
Did those people sign consents for their drinks allegedly to be spiked?
If Uncle Mike know this stuff.
That's what Mark Curry said they was doing.
And I thought people were smarter than me.
Once a drink is spiked and you lose control of your senses, your common senses, game over. Ma'am, I think you need to look at the names of those drugs on the screen that the feds just dropped today. Now, why do you think the feds dropped these specific drug names?
Amelia.
Ma'am, what is Diddy allegedly doing with ketamine? Look at your screen. What is Diddy doing? They said Diddy had ketamine, ma'am. What is he doing with that, ma'am? Now, Amelia, I want you to explain that part. Explain that part. Explain it.
But if you signed an NDA, you can't tell nobody that he had these drugs.
Sayonara. Explain that part, ma'am. Oh, but you didn't know. I know you didn't know because you listened to bums. You ain't listening to the big ticket. You listening to bums. That's why you didn't know. So now all that 1,000 bottles of baby oil and stuff.
1,000 bottles, cousin.
All gonna come to full surface now. Remember they was laughing at first. Why they got about 1,000 bottles of baby oil? What does that mean?
Because you need to cut this stuff.
Got to find out what it means. You got all those people in those lawsuits saying they was sprayed with baby oil and then suddenly lost their capacity.
You got a chemist or something on staff that's
now you see it right there on the indictment. Matter of fact,
mixing this stuff correctly.
Let the final boss blow this up for you. You know I'm gonna blow it up. I'll blow it up for you real quick. Make this a little bigger on your screen. So that you can really smell. And do I mean smell what the final boss is cooking up in here, girl.
Talk to him quick.
Put this on your screen, man. You understand what I'm saying?
That's the big ticket.
See, there's no demons and devils allowed around here. We rebuke all that negativity. Now watch this right here.
He did it. Didn't have to.
There we go. You look that up.
Yeah, look that up.
I blew it up for you. Can you see me? Can you see it?
Methylene doxymetha and
I want you to go Google every last one of those drugs.
Timing.
And I want you to ask
in Brumo.
First question I'm gonna ask is, can you legally obtain these drugs? The second thing I want you to ask and look up is, what do each of those drugs do? Google it. Quick Google search for each of those drugs.
And you tell me, Do you think somebody can sign some papers saying I
Now
don't
you tell
talk
me,
about it?
with an innocent man that is doing no wrong, is doing with all that stuff. Send the indictment. You don't have to get mad at me. You don't have to get upset. Send the indictment.
Yeah.
Send the paperwork, Lebowski. Send the paperwork.
I'm done, son.
I told y'all this.
I'm done.
And the next day, I told these mums. And the next day, this fool get hit with more charges. And they name the different drugs. I told y'all this yesterday. They ain't want to listen to me though, y'all. This is what happens when y'all listen to Scrubs.
Yeah.
This is why TLC said no Scrubs. When y'all listen to Scrubs, this is what you get.
I can't wait.
Right? Now let's get to it.
Don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. He's running around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop, pill, 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 pill. The girls be real devil wine this back. We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they been had something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. He's running around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop, pill, 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 pill.
I could see him being subpoenaed and asking questions. He'd come to the stand and because he just indicted himself. So he don't have no choice but to be against this Diddy. Sir, can you explain to us what this the girls can be real slippery, right? You got these bottles that ain't been spiked, and you got these bottles that has been spiked. So can you explain to us a little more in detail? Now imagine this. These are human beings. The feds are human beings. They got wives, they got kids, they got people that love them, that want to help them with their case. Daddy, I know you on the case with Puffy, but have you seen this? I'm gonna just send you the link. Oh dear, you can't help me with the case. But this guy right here, yeah, you think that can happen? You have to have a wide open mind. Well, Your Honor, my son sent me this. This is on the internet.
Game over.
Game over.
I try to tell y'all this, and that before these dudes speak, they better speak with a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
All them dudes that was in them lawsuits coming out making them denials before they even hear the specific dates. You might not want to say nothing because you never know what videos the feds got. And if the feds got these people in the same groups on videos around Diddy, man, it's finna get funky. And then flight records. You never know if the flight records were obtained. Were you in this area around this time? Did you fly to that area? Did you fly to Florida? Did you accidentally take a service? Did you stop and pay for gas with a credit card at a gas station that has your name on it or somebody that was linked to you? These are all things. People better not say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all this. And now they've come out with the specific drug names. And everybody was asking about them 1,000 bottles of baby oil. But this is the real question, right? Now notice, I talked about this on the channel the other day. That lawsuit said that LeBron James and them were witnesses to one of these events at a Diddy freak-off. Said they were witnesses. Nobody in the mainstream media has asked LeBron James a question about this. He had a big game last night against the Golden State where they asked him no question about this. Imagine this was any other basketball player. When it was Kobe, they asked him about everything. When it was Kyrie going through a situation, 24-hour coverage. Imagine if it was Russell Westbrook when he's got, Lord have mercy, they'd be banging on this dude. It wouldn't even be funny. We wouldn't even be talking. But y'all see. Right?
Right.
And y'all fitting to see. Right?
I can't wait. And
I'm finna tell y'all this because y'all need to see. Right?
I don't want to see an innocent.
Everybody was, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That's why you read paperwork. That's why you read paperwork. This is a civil lawsuit allegations. And it says high-profile individuals, including Jacob the Jeweler, Jay-Z, Gloria Estefan, LeBron James, Beyonce, Knowles Carter, identified as witnesses due to their presence and knowledge of the events surrounding the quote-unquote freak-off orchestrated by defendant Diddy. And remember, when you had so many buffoons come on YouTube and try to shoot this down and say, oh, well, this person wasn't even in town. How could you say that when if you read the lawsuit, which I know you didn't,
Which I know
give a specific date.
Which I know you didn't.
It only said in the early part of April 2015.
The early part of April.
King Combs' birthday is on the 1st of April. In 2015, on the 1st of April, which day was that, y'all? Everybody doesn't always have their birthday party
on their birthday.
Especially if your birthday falls on a weekday, like maybe a Wednesday. Maybe you might have your party on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Wow.
I don't see how somebody can make this about race, man.
You never know what the feds got on tape.
Man, y'all just want to see a black man go down.
Hours of video footage that the feds have seen all these different people around.
Why would I want to see a black man go down? That's the part I asked him. I said, bruh, this ain't about race. This is about a man doing wrong. And to be honest, because he's a black man, I would expect better from him. But that's not the case. That's never the case. Because you black and you struggled so long, you should be help uplifting other black people. But that is not the case. And this black man has been doing this abuse and hurting other black people. Since you want to play the race card, let's play it. Go ahead and put the card down. You don't want to mess with me because he's black, right? Since you put the race card down, because he's black, he should be helping more black people. He should be uplifting people, not drugging them. Men and women. You think about that. Shame on you. Shame on anybody that's out here not helping people and hurting people. Shame on any of y'all that's hurting people, man. Shame on you. You get a thrill out of hurting people and putting people down? Really? That's how you do your life? Oh, you got an ugly ass life. Excuse me.
You never know who else they could be secretly investigating.
Hurting people.
I would know my role is shut your mouth. Stay out the way.
Beating on people.
The hell alone. Plaintiff briefly saw LeBron James, who was wearing a white bath towel, brown shower shoes, and carrying a shaving bag. Very specific. Walking through the hallway, he alleges. LeBron James looked at plaintiff and, in response to Gloria Estefan's plan for an ambulance. Remember, they said Gloria Estefan saw this guy in such bad shape, allegedly. She said, get him an ambulance. But Emilio tried to get her out of there.
LeBron James
said he looked at the plaintiff, and in response to Gloria Estefan's plan for an ambulance, he said, y'all better do something about that.
He know damn well he was there. LeBron knows. That's why he had to lead the daggone team for a minute.
And then guess what, y'all? The defendants in this case are Drea English, the girl who we've seen in those photos at Diddy's parties. But guess who's another person that's being accused in this case? Another person that's being charged in this case, in this lawsuit, I should say. Him. It's 3 people that's being charged in that lawsuit. Diddy, Drea English, and this guy on your screen, Brendan. This is the same guy who got arrested with those Fed charges with Diddy. When Diddy's house was raided, he was with Diddy at the time he got arrested. But his charges were dropped. His felony charges were dropped. We have not seen from him since. Is he?
That's the easiest movie in the world.
Puzzle that puts all of this stuff together.
And he ain't no. Think about it, man. He a basketball player. He ain't no gangster. He ain't no thug. He ain't gonna take one for the team. Snitches get stitches. Yeah. See, I'm like the what's the daggone boy? Something U. What y'all call him? Big U? That just went to jail, the Big U dude. And then you got the other 2, El Stupo 1 and El Stupo 2. There's one guy named Loose Cannon. I was liking him until he went to jail. I thought he was kind of funny and cool. And then I don't even know the other guy's name. They the only ones still in jail. Everybody else snitched like he did to get out of jail. Don't nobody want to be in jail. See, we still in jail because see, we ride for the streets. We ride or die. We gangster. We don't snitch. We thorough. You think he thorough? Look at that face. He played basketball. That's it. And he wanted a little fame and stuff, and he found his way what he can do to get it. By selling, by being the mule. By being the mule. Now he caught, the real you come out. You think he worrying about snitching, getting stitches? Do you seriously think he worrying about that? Come on, cousin. You got to be tripping.
Is he the final piece of the puzzle that puts all of this stuff together?
Mm-hmm. Come on now.
Is he a guy that's going to say, hey, man, I witnessed these things, bro. I don't want to know this trouble. I didn't want this type of trouble in my life. Are his parents pushing him? Brendan, you're 25 years old. You have your whole life in front of you. Why? You played at Syracuse University basketball.
That's college, right? Okay. Watch this.
You better ask yourselves these questions.
Yeah, ask yourself these questions.
This man disappeared. We haven't seen from him. Heard from him. And they said he was there at this alleged lawsuit.
I gotta look that
named
up.
All of these different celebrities.
What's this boy name? This little.
So if he's.
How old is he?
We don't know.
We don't know.
What's going on with him?
I thought he asked me how old is.
But is he gonna line all these people up?
Oh,
I don't know.
I forgot his name just that quick.
I don't know if he has. I don't know. But when Ticket think, you best believe I think on a whole different level. And I told you guys that the feds was not coming playing games unless they really wanted smoke. And they really wanted smoke with Diddy. Now, in this indictment, and everybody was laughing about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I don't know why the feds would even worry about 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Maybe he's just a freaky nigga. But then when you think about all the lawsuits and the people who said in the lawsuits that they got the oil sprayed on them, suddenly they lost their capacity. And Everybody ran out here. These people are bogus. These lawsuits are outrageous. They call it Holly weird. But when the shit get weird, these bums don't want to believe it on YouTube. Why do you think you call it Holly weird? Because the impossible becomes possible. That's why they call it Holly weird. You understand? Now, you see on your screen, they name these different drugs in the indictment today. And I told you, bums, this whole time. I told y'all. Now, Diddy's going to have to explain all of these different drugs.
It's Sean.
Read. Google this online.
All right.
I need everybody to go Google this stuff online. And you find out the definitions and what these different drugs do. Don't take my word for it.
Yeah, don't take my word for it. Look, this is what I did. I Googled, y'all, what is the name of the person that was called the drug mule in the Diddy's case? And it came up, Brandon Paul. Now, Greg, Google, how old is Brandon Paul? Because I don't know, I'm trying to figure out this stuff while y'all checking this out. But I'm listening. I'm researching, baby.
Look it up yourself. Don't take my word for it. Just go look it up yourself. That's all I want y'all to do. Find out what those different drugs do. And then ask yourself, what was Diddy Combs doing with that?
Oh, he's a New Year's baby.
Was Sean Diddy Combs doing with all of that? That's why, and I was right again when I told y'all at that last hearing, they said they wanted to have that doctor come in and specify those drugs and what they were doing. I told y'all this. They didn't want to listen to your boy. They didn't want to listen to the final boss. They did not want to listen to the final boss. And I told y'all this. But unfortunately,
hold up, yeah, they got two different.
They should have listened to me.
Hold up.
They should have listened to what I said.
See, this is why you got to do cross researching. Brandon Paul, basketball player. I always do this, man, because you can't stop at the first thing you see. Brandon Paul is a basketball player born on January the 1st. That's why I said, oh, he's a New Year baby. No. Then you go down a little bit. It says, see what I'm saying, man? I'm just telling y'all this. Then I see Brandon Paul. Well, I don't think that's a birthday. But then you see March 26th. Oh, well, that's when he was arrested. Birthday, April 30th, 1991. So which is which? Oh, that might be some other Brandon Paul. Let's go with okay, let's go. Here we go.
Because now they're going to have those medical reports read. They're going to have these people that had these different things in their systems. All presented in court. And that, along with this,
all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. You gotta rewind this back. We used to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been to have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. He just running around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop pill, 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 pill. And
game over. Now, that's why I said I want this case to be televised. Because I want to see everybody have the ability to see all of this information put out there to the public. So all of these people that out here say, oh, they're trying to tear out a black man. Man, shut up.
Oh, okay. It's two different.
Shut up. You mofos out here running around here acting like Diddy is got daggone. You understand what I'm saying? Out here acting like he Dr. Martin Luther King singing.
Two different people. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. And I left it up there so you guys can Google and do your own research into what they do. Those were listed in the indictment today. Now, once again, ketamine. Let me just look up that one. Let's just start right there. Let me see what that does. Right? Let's see what that does. Google. What does ketamine do? Let's see this right now. Let's see. Whoa. Man. Ketamine, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put this on the screen. I can do y'all one better.
That's what I did.
I can do y'all one better.
Yeah. I'm researching. No,
put this on the screen for y'all.
2000.
I know one thing, only one like you. There's no way they could have made two.
Come on, man.
Talk to him, Tiki. I'm gonna talk to him.
728. Oh my God! I wish they would just say his age.
The only one I'm living for.
Big Ticket, baby, you sing just like me.
Right there.
They couldn't have made two. We're gonna start a singing group. There's no way. But I got reverb with mine. They could have made two. All right.
Read that.
That's ketamine. Yeah, that's just one.
Right?
Can you buy ketamine from the store?
Causes people, second paragraph, to feel separated or detached from their body, physical environment. They can cause hallucinations and other changes in thoughts, emotions, and consciousness.
This don't make no sense, y'all.
The Fed's new indictment today, right there on page 11. That was one of the drugs. That was found. Now, do all these people who say they were sprayed with oil and had certain feelings and out-of-body experiences, do they all seem like effing liars now?
Dude, this Brandon Paul dude is 25 years old. I done looked up, I looked up his age in 3 different areas. I thought he was older than that because I thought somebody said he was 31. You 25, dog. you've been 21 or older for at least 4 years or almost 5. I give them the benefit of the doubt. So you've been a professional adult. At the age 25, you still young. You still a kid. You think you grown. Because when I was 25, I thought I was grown. I had a 25-year-old living here thinking he grown. Can't afford to wipe your own butt. You can't even afford to take care of yourself. You don't really know how to take care of yourself. You think you do. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of 25-year-olds that got their stuff together, but it's very, very few. Very, very few. Some of them pushing 30 living with their mama still. Uncle Mike 58 and I live with my mama in the basement of my mama house. That's what they say. That's funny. That's funny right there, man. Yeah. I take care of my mom. I take care of love her so much. She got the master bedroom. So it could look like this is her house. But this dude is 25. If I was 25 years old, I'd be flipping on a puffy too. Man, I got my whole life ahead of me. I'm just starting. I don't understand y'all. Okay, here we go.
Answer the question.
Let me be quiet, man. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. They don't want to hear what Uncle Mike got to say.
Answer the question.
No, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. It's hard for people to listen to the truth. They want to hear the lie. What does ketamine look like? Look like something that don't supposed to go in your body.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you don't listen to the big ticket and all these fools running around here, they got the medical people because they want to see the diseases Diddy. Nah, it had nothing to do with that.
Had nothing to do with it.
I told you bums this. I'm the best. It has something to do with this. Your screen. They wanted to talk about what has been allegedly found in these victims' systems from reports, medical reports, things like that. Right? They listed that today in the new indictment. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. They listed 10 drugs. You figure it out. I'll leave it up on the screen. Salute to everybody. It's tapped in. Y'all know what it is. Like, share, subscribe. I holler, man. I holler back.
It's crazy, man. I'm trying to figure out why people think. I'm trying to figure out how do people come up with the stuff that they say out of their mouth. Oh, they just trying to, you know how that is. They just trying to keep a black man down. See, I think people are quick to say that to me because I'm black. And I try to tell them, man, this don't have nothing to do with race, cuz. But yes, it does. If you live in that world that you think everything has to do with race, then I live in a world that the last thing I look at is the race. If somebody else is doing something and trying to play the race card on me, they wasting their time. Because Uncle Mike is going to get done what he need to get done. I try to support my black businesses and different things. Boy, I try. And y'all, they the ones that make it harder. I asked somebody to give me a quote. They still haven't gave me a number yet. Well, man, it all depends and it this, that, and the third. Okay. It all depends. All depends on what I need done. This is what I need done. You see that? What it depend on? Well, how much work you got to be done? That much of work. I tell you what, I call you back. I had to get somebody else. White man came over here, looked at it, gave me a price. I was happy with the price. When can you do it? Yeah, but you got to pay me cash. I got the cash upstairs waiting on you, bruh. My brother. And while he was here, I gave him my trailer. You can have the trailer. You have a title to it? Yes, I have a title to it. I need the trailer out of here. I'm on a whole different rampage, bruh. Everybody look at the value of everything. Man, that trailer worth, I don't care how much it's worth. It's in my way. Right now, I'm focused on a whole new vision, baby. That's what's wrong with people. They got all the value of what they think. I got to get it out my mama's backyard. I'm a ride that one, man. I like that one. I got to get the trailer out of my mama's backyard because I'm living in the basement. Maybe the trailer couldn't fit in the basement. Oh, man, that's corny. I'm corny. Look here, man. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. Thank everybody. I'm going to get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.